Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to another premiere. Oh yes, means that one's going to fly in the real world. And today, I'm flying between London Stansted Airport and Tampere-Pirkkala. Flight to stay about 2 hours and 30 minutes, so quite a long one ahead of us today. And flying aboard Ryanair, operated by Lauda Europe. So, Airbus A320 metal today, not a 737, which is quite nice. So, jump cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for departure, which at UK time will be at 13:55. So, about 25 minutes or so before we need to get ourselves airborne. So hopefully should go to plan today. We are using all the goodies, including GSX, which we won't use for fueling. Actually, I'll do it from the tablet, it'll be a bit easier for me. Everything else, though, we'll do through the sim. So, we are something from turnaround procedures. The aircraft made a flight this morning, landed at Stansted, and now turning around to do a return flight to Tampere. So, what we're going to do is head straight down to the FMS and start our system setup from here. So, initialization, departing from Echo Golf Sierra Sierra and flying to Echo Foxtrot Tango Papa. Flight number today is going to be, or course on today is Ryanair to Papa Romeo, RYR2PR, that goes into there. Cost index of 12, with cruising altitude of flight level 350, that goes in there. Alright, so been aligned since we are already, well, the aircraft made a flight this morning, and this is the second leg of its day. Before I forget, let's make sure I'm connected to IVAO. It's a privilege, you know. Let log in. We log into that, so it's to Papa Romeo, type A320, flying with Lauda. Cool. Right, so we'll head over to our flight plan next, plug in our routing, and then from there very shortly expect our passengers to start boarding as well through the sim. So as soon as the passenger board through GSX, we're going to start from the aircraft, and at the same time we can also do it through the PACX. Right, routing. In fact, even before we do that, let's get the passenger loading ready in the background. Crew reporting now, that'll be cabin crew. That should be there ready shortly. Stansted to Tampere, 2 hours 60-minute flight time from start to finish, departing at 15:03, time departure arriving at, just ignore that time of recording. Right, so head over to ground services, that's all been done by the sim, which is fine. The only thing I'm going to do separately is the fueling, and that'll be done also by the sim itself. So, load aircrafts, do it fast time, and while we're here, menu, start flights. And pay from sim brief Stansted to Tampere-Pirkkala, FR2128, 35,000 cruise, 2 hours and 15 on the clock, departure in approximately, find ourselves a clock in the Airbus A320, so I can never remember where it is, so Boeing's just right there. The Airbus, it is, well, I never remember where the clock is in this aeroplane. That's just a bus, but we're at a, fine, whatever this decides. I can never remember the clock is in this aeroplane. No idea. One day Drawyah will find it. There you go, it's right in the middle, right in front of me, 32, so departure will be in approximately, so depart at 55, we'll say 20 minutes by the time the bus gets here. Right, leave it to minimise, we'll start up our routing, starting off with Charlie Lima November Clacton. From there, we fly the Lima 620 airway. In the right place, that'd be handy. Right, Lima 620, and that takes us to Tulip. So once I'm airborne, I'll get a chance to give you guys an idea of the route we're on board today. Show you exactly where we're flying. Because Tampere, it's kind of south-central Finland, so it's slightly north of Helsinki, slightly north of Turku. But not very far north of the country. No, that's my next trip. In November, when I return to Finland, going to Rovaniemi, which will be quite exciting. But on this occasion, starting off in Tampere and then ending out in Helsinki, with a few stops in between. Joist, then it's Papa 729 up. And that takes us to Joist, hang on, so that's fine. Takes us to Talsa, and it's Zulu 702, and that takes us. Does it actually scroll now? Interesting. To D-kick, passenger boarding started. So that is you ready to go. 34. That's fine. 20 seconds. Okay, let's make it 21 minutes. You start 166 320. No offline entertainment. Yes, nobody. Yes, body music. We've got another playlist on here. We have got a Lauda safety briefing. Yes, snacks. No terminal service. Cars are required. Let them continue. Bosch and Bosch. Cool. So that's going to do the fueling, boarding, and everything for us in the background. Zulu 702 takes us to D-kick. I'm hoping it's actually scrolling. I'm not just kind of deleting every bit of data I'm putting in at the same time. That would be a pain. November 851, and that takes us to Rickham. Cool, insert that. Some Redford, Touch, Tulip. Yeah, that's okay. Next is directs to Nebab, and then that is another flight plan. So it's oops, too far. Nebab. Insert that. Clear discontinuity. And in terms of departure, expecting runway 22 on the Clacton to departure, and arriving on runway 06 on the Nebab to Delta. So, passenger boarding now. That's fine. See the time to stay off while the aircraft's refueling. Don't actually give us. Yeah, it doesn't give us a fuel truck model, but not the end of the world really. As long as everything is moving smoothly, including this passenger boarding bus, which I don't see. Hopefully it arrives. If not, not the end of the world. Just not quite sure what's wrong with the Stansted. It just kind of drops for no reason. Very, very annoying. But again, not the end of the world. Now let the ground services continue their jobs. That's the cabin. That's fine. That is fine. Have received any messages we have done? That would be the loading sheet for the aircraft. So if I go to AOC menu, messages received, load sheet, and accepts that. That's our flight information for Tampere today. Right, so low visibility, as you can see at Stansted, not much in the way of views today. So what I'm going to do is listen to the ATIS and figure out what we're dealing with today.
Winds 230 at 9 knots, visibility 2 kilometers, temperature 11 degrees Celsius, dew 0.10 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1006, mist overcast layer at 100 feet. Winds
yeah, fair enough. So apparently visibility 2 kilometers. I disagree with that. The mist layer at 100 definitely is, well, reducing any view we've got left of the outside world. Well, if winds are 230 at 9 knots, that just confirms our departure runway of 22. So insert that. Departures runway 22 on the Clacton to Echo departure. Insert that. Flight plan, check for continuities, which there should not be because Clacton links to Clacton. That's fine. Right, so in terms of the main boarding process, we've done with the. I should not have done the FS yet. We're going through performance now. So head over to the tablet. Continuous boarding. Has a fuel completed? Fuels that, fuels that. The answer is then yes, fueling is complete. So we can turn on fuel pumps. Turn on seatbelt signs, which links now with PACX. GSX gave me a message there. It wants me to boarding completed, so prepare for departure. Cool. Thank you, ground services. You've done fine. Right, head over to the performance calculator and let us plan our departure. Cool, so runway 22 in use at Stansted. Conditions are wet. It did rain earlier on today, so you had that in use. Sync the load sheet, sync the weather, and calculate our departure. So it's going to be a V1 of 136, rotate 1, correction 139, V1 139, rotate 150, V2 154. Flaps 2 for takeoff today, so we can use for flaps departure. Trim down 0.1 and flex temp is 57. So definitely taking into account the length of the runway and departure potential. So 139, 150, and 154. Flaps 2 slash down 0.1. And flex temp is 56. 57 even. Flash reduction at 1350, 1350, engine at 1350, cool. 1350, 1350, and 1350. That's that. Back to initialization, I can also go to the winds, request the winds for the routes, and then I'll just download everything off the downlink. Cool. So that's all confirmed. That's all confirmed. 0 for access gravity. 0 fuel weight on board today is 61.09, so 61.1, and center of gravity of 28. No. Yeah, 28.9. And block fuel on board today 8.93. Cool, so we are fully configured for departure now. That's looking good. Leave the departure information on the FMS for me as reference. That's all set, that's just fine. Jump the altitude to cruising level 350 since no TC on departure today, so we'll be on Unicom. And while we're here, I might turn up the overhead lighting just a little bit. Definitely required for landing today, as it's going to be night time. Or kind of just the very end of sunsets by the time we get to Tampere today. So sunset's about 6 o'clock. We're landing local time about 6:35. So integrated lighting, and that is fine. Right, screen the passengers and then prepare us for pushback. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ryanair flights 2128 up Lauda, Europe for Tampere-Pirkkala. Flight time today is around 2 hours and 15 minutes, so quite a long one for us today. And we hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy flights. Right now, the weather here in Stansted is looking a little bit hazy. Definitely need some low visibility for us to deal with, but we'll be airborne shortly, and that should start to clear up. Weather at Tampere is showing around 9 degrees centigrade, few clouds, low altitude, and potential for rain later on as well, but we'll give it a look on the weather as we get closer to our destination. I thought, thank you for choosing Ryanair, and we hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. Right, so I'll go to the cabin now. What I'm going to do now is quickly set up our departure and taxi routing for runway 22, which at our current stand is going to require pushback on to the Bravo. Bravo takes us out to stand by. Yeah, so Bravo to hotel, and holding at Romeo. Bravo Hotel Romeo, holding Romeo 1. JetBridge moving to us. Yeah, no, go away JetBridge, you don't need that. Not you, I want you. Aircrafts, Jetway, go away.
We're ready to go when you are. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 2128. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Come on, PACX. I'll let it run for another minute or so. If it doesn't pick up, then I'll just kill it. Right, AP must switch. Starts. Check we're on Unicom 122.8, which we are. Start the APU. As soon as it's active, we are pretty much ready to get going. Cool, there we go, took its time. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ryanair flights 2128 up Lauda, Europe for 2 hours and 15 minutes, so quite long for us today. Yeah, peace back, relax, enjoy flights. Right now the weather here in Stansted is looking a little bit hazy. Definitely just no visibility for us to deal with. We'll be airborne shortly, so it should start to clear up. Weather at Tampere is showing around 9 degrees centigrade, a few clouds, low altitude, potential for rain later on as well, but we'll give it a listen to the weather as we get close to our destination. Otherwise, thank you for choosing Ryanair, and we hope you sit back, relax, enjoy flights. Cool, so that's my communication passages done. Wait for the AP to start, which is now available. AP bleed on, give it a few seconds to get through systems, and once it's done that, external power comes off. We are on a parking brake to confirm that. The answer is yes. So what I can do is head over to the ground services. Not that, sorry. Ground services. Disconnect GPU, remove jocks and cones, and we're now fully independent of the ground. So, GSX, that's where you kick in now. I'm going to request a pushback and departure. Don't know why that jet bridge is moving towards us again. Go away. Beacon lights on to let ground crew that we are ready for the engine startup.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Thank you very much. So here comes our ground marshal. Yeah, there is a fix to the scenery which I've got Stansted, so I just need to implement it. Essentially need to move it to the bottom of the scenery listing. Pain to do, but I need to myself to do it later on.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, so as ground services move into position, camera crew finish their final checks. Very shortly, we'll push back from the gates. We'll check. Whoops. So nose left, tail right. What's this? Rat file. There's a rat out. Oh, that's annoying. Hang on.
Release parking brakes.
Right. MCD. Hang on. MCD menu. Maintenance.
Release parking.
Failures. Rat deployed. How'd you clear the rat?
Release parking brakes.
Clear that. There you go. Cool. The rat's now gone.
Release
Perfect.
brakes.
Parking brakes release.
Commencing push.
Yeah, don't be fine with that out.
Start at will.
Right. Engine start. Engine pushback commences. Engine start very shortly. As soon as we clear this line here, that's the safe line essentially. It means that we'll be able to start our engines without disrupting the ground. We'll be clear of any ground conflict in the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now inform you about our safety.
Right. Engine to ignition and engine to start. Watch the N2, eventually the N1 will kick into life, make sure the exhaust temperature doesn't hit the red zone.
Whenever the fasten seatbelt sign illuminates, fasten your seatbelt and pull it tight. To open the seatbelt, hit the button. We recommend keeping the seatbelt fastened during the entire flight. In case of decompression, oxygen mask will be released automatically from the panel above your seat. Pull one mask towards you.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Company message received. I'll check that in 2 seconds. Engine 2 available. As soon as it does, engine 1 we can start. There's no traffic. All sets is runway. A Titan Airways 320. Engine 1 available. You start. You go to performance. And you quickly flick over to the receive messages at AOC. Received. Load sheet. Just confirm that again. That's a flight plan. Cool. Yeah, so in terms of visibility, there is none. So hopefully the communication with the ground crews, well, communication with the Titan allows us to quickly go without any problems.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Right, engine 1 is available. APU we can shut down. Head to flight controls. Do a quick controls check, starting off with the elevators, ailerons, the rudder, and the spoilers. Cool. Back tension page, flaps down 2. Alright, Titan's line for takeoff 2-2, so they'll be clear of us before we get there, that's fine. Right, so that's as clear to go. Everything looking good, all looking good. Parking brakes we can release. We can now taxi to the runway. Well, I don't trust the Titan. Ah, okay. Well, the men say is they're crossing runway 22. Look at the website. That's them there. They've crossed the runway. It's certainly not up and taken off yet. No time for that, I'm afraid. Anything, good chance we might be sneaking in front. Depends if we well, if we actually see them or not in this fog. It's not great, this view. Your taxi lights are active, be a good start as well. Whoops, bit of a jump. Yeah, something we've got to be really wary of. It's whether or not this Titan's looking at the fog on us. Looking at whereby he's definitely clear of the runway. There's no traffic left on the runway, so that works in our favour at least. We'll have to wait and see once we're lining up, or at least holding short. I'll double check the arrivals as well, I'm coming into land. Some airports fog like this will shut down quite quickly, so get ourselves lucky that we're going to be airborne.
We're prepared for takeoff.
Thank you, cabin crew. Quickly to checks, brakes set to max, signs are active, cabin's ready, flaps are correction, spoilers armed, and take a config test. Also holding short here. Take a config test. Take a config normal, perfect. Predictive wind shear is off. Oh yeah, that's a feature I've added to FlyWire now, to Fenix right now. Used to be FlyWire or anything. And we got it on the payware. Catch up the freewares, eh? Now, where is this 320? It's supposed to be right behind me, but I've got no visual of it at all. Well, supposedly they're just behind me. Look at the web ice, so on the assumption I cannot see them. We'll get ourselves taken off, shall we? Yeah, look at the map. We're holding short, they're behind us. So that's a new comm that we are line up taken off. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Let's line up. If I check those on arrival, which they are not. Activates the transponder. That sounds like with 2-2. Start the chrono and take off. Throttles 40. Engine 1 stable. Manflex 57. SRS runway. Auto thrust blue and thrust is set. 80 knots. Hundreds. V1 rotates. Positive rates, gear up. What's that? Left side stick calibration, null zone's okay, that's nothing. Right, follow the flight director. Then they're reduced to climb power. There goes our left hand bank now following the sit outs. Initial climb is 6,000. We're going to go through that. So I'll set the autopilot over to open climb, and it's just from there. Continue up to level 3.5. Reset the ground spoilers. Right now clearing the cloud layer, which is pretty good. You should enjoy some open blue skies for the majority of this flight. Again, looks like low visibility over in Tampere. Well, it's not necessarily low visibility, just low cloud base. Once we're clear of that, we should be okay. 2:30 on the clock, so we've got plenty of time for the arrival tonight. Plenty of time. So yeah, we'll go through the initial climb 4,000. Just continue on from there. So keep the steady rate of climb on the pitch. Flaps to 1. Hold that 15 degrees. Yeah, get no visual of the stats down below. Cloud cover's way too high for that, way too high. Right, so as we level off, reduce down to 10 degrees of climb, pitch. Autopilot's active. Let the airplane take charge now. Perfect. Hopefully it shouldn't level off. We should continue a steady rate of climb. Speed will increase at this point along as well as the aircraft manages that. Everything else should now be managed by the aircraft. So there she's a bit of a break on the right hand side. She's just got the River Thames. It's next way through London. Flaps up, just cross that F. Next stop, Tampere, Finland. Tampere-Pirkkala in Suomi. It's my second trip to Finland this year. I went back in, I think it was at the end of April I went last time. That occasion I flew via Oslo to Tampere. This time it's taking direct flights. And last month the crew returned flight of Finnair to Heathrow with an A350. This time the return flight's 737-800 back to London Stansted Airport with Ryanair. So it was a very cheap ticket. Like, was it 12-13 quids? The return leg. This leg was about 15-16. So can't compare the price really. I mean, I've been to Finland several times now. I've got some good friends out there who I try and see a couple times a year. So it all works out for me. And again, for those of you who just saw our video, you heard I was going back to Finland again in November. So at the end of November, last week, I'm going back to Finland, and this time I'm going up to Rovaniemi. So I'm going up to the Arctic Circle to go see some Northern Lights, which I'm very excited for. If you're just joining us, once again, this is a premiere live stream. So this is me flying this flight in real life as a passenger, and therefore you can follow us along on Flight 24 or via the link in the pinned comments, or via this video, I guess. Pre-recorded fun, but follows along the real-world routes. And hopefully, well, I mean, I say I'm recording this on the day of the flight right now because I had no time to do it before. It's now 1:35 in the morning. I'm going to be knackered by the time I'll have to wake up for the flight, but hey ho, 2 flights of the night, I can't complain. Gotta do it, Drawyah. Gotta do it for the channel. As for the route today, so just passed out of Stansted. So far, so good. Go, that's a light. So out of Stansted, heading towards Paxton. From there, essentially follow similar routes. We normally take it out to Finland, to Helsinki, so to the Netherlands, cross north to Germany, cross into Denmark, cross Sweden, but instead of then cutting across to the east at Stockholm, we continue on north easterly routes into Tampere itself. We've got city centre there, we've got Pirkkala there, because Tampere is in the... I can never remember this region's name. It's something similar to... It's like the Pirkka region or something like that. I'd have to double check it. But yeah, Tampere, Pirkkala there. Airport just southeast. There's a bus service that matches with the flights. Right, 10,000 feet. That means the land lights can now come off and retracted. We'll continue with the climb out in a couple of minutes. Probably switch off seatbelt signs. We've cleared the west of the cloud now. In terms of turbulence, there's nothing really to worry about, no winds, nothing like that, so as I'm concerned, this is a steady climb out. And you'll know how prepared I am for this, haven't even packed yet. So during this video we get ourselves to a cruise, and I'll take a few breaks during the flight in the video. That's where I'm actually going to pop up, grab my backpack, throw all my Dublin trip stuff out, and then pack it all the stuff I need for Finland. Preparation at its finest state. Look at the webeye, that's fine. So the traffic behind us, they're flying out to Drawyah, towards the Middle East. So they're going to follow the ship to Clacton, and then they can round turn on their own leg. As for us, Ryanair 2 Papa Romeo, flying in now the metal, since Tampere landing. Well, 2:44 remaining according to the clock, hopefully a bit less than that. Passing, okay, yeah, 15,000 feet. Seatbelt signs come off, and passengers may now enjoy their freedoms. As we now leave the UK, just south of Colchester. Colchester. I was in Colchester yesterday. Where is it? There you go. I was in Colchester to go see Good Luck Studio at the Mercury Theatre by Mischief. I love Mischief. I absolutely adore these people. Went to Edinburgh Fringe to go see 2 of their shows. Went to see Movie Night and Mind Mangler. I saw the original cast of Show Goes Wrong up in Manchester, and in London I saw the very first show I saw of theirs was the final showing of Magic Goes Wrong in London. A mate of mine recommended it to me. Another was like, oh yeah, they're good, you should see them. So I booked tickets on their final night, their final show, and I fell in love. Henry Lewis, an absolute genius. Henry Shields as well, and the rest of them, to be fair. Absolute great bunch. Met Henry Lewis, met him in Edinburgh as well, which, I fanboyed a bit. Alright, well, that's fine. Yeah, so, flight continues. Now leaving the UK. Next stop for me, like I say, is Finland. I'm out here for 5 days, I'm back on Wednesday. I'm doing 2 domestic flights as well. So I've got a flight between Pori, which is just to the west of Tampere, so Pori to Helsinki. I'll then take the train over to Lappeenranta, spend a couple of days with a mate there, then take a train up to Savonlinna, and then from Savonlinna take a flight back down to Helsinki, spend the night in Helsinki with another mate, and then fly back down to London Stansted Airport. So I've got, in the next 5 days, I've got 4 flights planned, which is, again, it's a classic Drawyah holiday. This is my 51st flight of the year, so flying back from Milan the other day, that was my 50th. This is my 51st flight of 2022, and so it's not going to be my last. I mean, based on what I've got booked, so I've got, so this is 51. So 51 is Stansted to Tampere, 52 is Pori Helsinki, 53 is Savonlinna Helsinki, 54 Helsinki Stansted, 55 is Luton Riga, 56 is Riga Helsinki, 57 is Rovaniemi to Stansted. So at the moment, set to finish the year on 57 flights, and I don't think I'll do anything in December. I'm at a point now where I've done so much travelling this year, so many flights, been on planes so many hours, that I'm taking a break, I think. Been to America, been to Tunisia, been all over Europe. Now it's time for me just to settle down a little bit. You never know, might plan something a bit further afield as well, if the price is right. But time will tell for that. Time will certainly tell. Passing, we're now approaching flight level 200, 20,000 feet. In terms of speed as well, now doing 310 odd knots airspeed, ground speed of what is that, 463? 463. Most flights should be a tailwind today as well, or at least, in fact, let me show you a map. So it would be a tailwind for kind of about half of it, and then eventually we'll do a 180 and it's a bit of headwinds to get to the north. So if I go to the wind map data, you can see right now it's tailwinds, 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 tailwind, tailwind. Actually, tell you what, no, that wind's favourable for that flight. Okay, that's good. We can save ourselves a bit of time today. Should land a few minutes early, which is good for me. This flight's a bit easier for me to do, get this rendered and uploaded on the channel. And then tonight, it's got a quarter return as well from Helsinki. It's another 2 hours and 50 odd minutes. But it's all in the name of trying to get the channel live again. Because I must admit, I've been a bit poor on the channel recently. I have kind of taken a back seat, which is not good on my part. I need to start publishing a bit more. So, plan is to do this video, do the next video, start the upload, try and do a live stream on the morning of this flight as well. So, I need to get myself on the Stansted Express by about 11 o'clock. As long as I do that, I'm okay. Plus level 220, 22,000 feet. Just climb out and should be at cruise in the next couple of minutes. In terms of my seating situation, let's see where I'm going to be sitting, and let's see who's currently in my place right now. And I'm glad it is actually a 320 doing it, because there's nothing particularly special about the Lauda 320s, except the seats are a little more comfy, a little more leg room, and also seat back pockets, which just make my life a bit easier to store a few things in the pockets. So, yeah, I do like my Lauda metal. My third time flying, I think it is Lauda. Yeah, so I flew a Lauda 320 from Stansted to Vienna back before they became Maltese. Used to be Austrian. The return flight should have been the 320. They changed it to 737. Flew a Lauda 320 from Stansted to Rzeszów earlier this year, actually. So yes, this is my third time flying a Ryanair 737, Ryanair 320. Trust me, I've done more Ryanair 737s than I can even count. Right, in terms of my seat today, my seat is in the boarding pass 24A, and because this is an Airbus aircraft, we have got row 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. So in my seat is Uno Helenius. No idea who that is. Well, we'll go for the cabin, I guess, and see who's on board today. And as you recognise, don't give us a shout, this is pre-recorded. It's going to be a mix of English and Finnish names on board this flight today. No one stands out straight away. Nope. No, nothing special on boards. Just your average group of passengers. They got their stories, they got their lives, but apart from that, no one famous. No, that stands out. Oh well, you win some, you lose some, and today was a loss. Just the average passengers on board today. But in reality, 24A is where I'm seated. And to be fair, was that the right choice? In terms of scenery, the answer is... Let's have a look. So I'll be looking at the left hand side, so I'll get a view of the coast of the Netherlands. Looking out to Denmark. I don't know. I mean, this won't be hitting sunset. I guess both sides are pretty good, actually. Yeah, both sides are pretty good for the views. Nothing too special on both sides. On the return flight, I think I'm sitting on seat F. I'm looking at the other sides anyway. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. So continue our climb out. Now passing through, or passing past 260, 26,000 feet. Very neat cruise. Back to flight plan page. Already on the flight plan page. In terms of arrival, 1516 UTC. Now 13:10, so will tell me total flight time is 2 hours and 6 minutes to arrival. That's not good for my time there. Should be arriving in 1 hour 59. Okay, if we're behind schedule, ETA 1450 Zulu. I mean, I prefer that time, certainly. But I guess we'll have to wait and see when we get there. Like I say, during this flight, at some point I will need to go AFK for a bit to actually physically pack my bag for this trip. I want to have a shower, get myself prepared for sleep later. Eventually I will need to go to bed. So cabin satisfaction right at 95%. Passengers are pretty okay in the back, which is pretty good. I can jump over to the map, Navigraph. Hope it's still linked. Probably not. And oh, it is, okay. I can just do out the routes. Broken map, as well as the position for aircraft right there. Perfect. So we should at least have a route to follow, please. Add departure. Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Destination. Okay, Foxtrot Tango Papa. Route. Okay. Just. Oh, sorry. Import from SimBrief. Probably would help. There you go. Sync route with SimBrief. So it's going to Vasa, which is fine. 909 nautical miles. But annoyingly, no lines, no map, nothing fancy. Just our position on this occasion, which is, again, not the end of the world. I should swap Netherlands soon on the horizon. Across that. In terms of my view, so I'm behind the wing, on the left hand side, so yeah, nothing but water. On the right, nothing but water. Like that for most of the flight today. As for me, well, I'll probably just end up going to sleep, I guess. If I'm going to be knackering myself out doing this all night tonight, go everything ready for the vlog, I guess. So I'll do a short video for the vlogging channel, and then get a bit shut eye, just go to sleep, collapse into the seat, and wake up, hopefully, as you get closer to Tampere. Just think about what I may need with me on that trip. Hopefully I've got everything just around me. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Back in 2 seconds.
starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note that we only accept credit cards.
Cool, I'm back again. Sorry about that. Just made sure I had everything on me, which I, for the most part, do. In terms of progress, we are just skimming the coast of the Netherlands right now. I don't really know if we go over. The answer is we kind of do. Yeah, so Amsterdam just kind of to our south, well, to our rear right now. Yeah, so our 5 o'clock. Latest out to our east, or latest out to our right, which is to the east. I'll show you where we are. So yeah, we have just got on land a little bit, skimmed the coast, and as we hit the approach into North Germany and Denmark, a bit of privacy again. Oh, interesting. Well, it's a tiny little island this, but people live here apparently. Penalty land. To be fair, knowing me, bring it up here one day. But yeah, in terms of flights this year, flying to Tampere now, and you got flights from Pori down to Helsinki, Savonlinna to Helsinki, Helsinki back to Stansted, and then later this year, Luton to Riga, Riga up to Helsinki, take a steeper train, that takes us up to Rovaniemi, it's a 12-hour service, and don't forget that the airport, the runway, bisects the Arctic Circle, so we'll definitely be far north. Enjoy 4 days in Rovaniemi with no sunlight. Minus 10 degrees temperature as the average, could hit minus 20, minus 25. Spend 4 days there, and fly back direct from Rovaniemi back to London Stansted. Got a flight inbounds Heathrow from somewhere. From Kuwait. Yeah, I'm excited. Got some good friends who live out there, and so this is my trip to see friends. Trip after that, just be a solo through Finland. Okay, gotta love the clouds as well. The clouds look absolutely stunning today. And also, I mean, I don't know if they've changed the cloud rendering in Flight Sim in the recent updates, but they look better. I mean, when they kind of alone like that, it's a bit but when they start layering, when they start kind of grouping together, they really do look fantastic. These are clouds ultra settings running at 4K. Downscaled to 1440p for YouTube, but for you guys, you shouldn't really see much of that downscaling take effect. Ultimately, it's just a very, very good view of these clouds. Got Lauda A320. Lima, Mike, Juliet. I don't know if I'm going to tail code or not. There's two things for me to check. The first one being flights for R24, this flight, so flight R24, and this is FR, not that. What is this? Ryanair flight 2128, sorry. 2128, 9's at Helsinki flights. Yeah, so scheduled to be an A320, but no specific tail code yet, no reg yet. And as for the two that I've already flown, regs, so I've flown a 9 Hotel Lima Mike Tango and Lima Oscar Oscar. Back then was Oscar Echo Lima Oscar Oscar. Been on a couple of Malta Air flights, so Quebec Delta Whiskey, Quebec Echo India, and Victor Uniform Whiskey, 3 Malta Air flights. 2 738s, one of them being a Max. And then as for the 738s Ryanair, way too many to tell you, way too many. And one of them, one of the more recent ones, also then again being a Max. Hotel Echo Zulu was the Max. Yeah, so it's this is kind of what I'm expecting for clouds throughout the entire flight. It should be on live weather, which we are, yes. Not live time, definitely live weather. This flight's definitely scheduled to be a 73. This flight's scheduled to be an A320. The return flights, I'll grab the flight number for that. That's Ryanair 9353. That is scheduled to be a. It's the 18th. I'm flying back. Sorry, the 19th. 19th should be a 73 hotel. So yeah, it's going to be a 737-800. If it's 7 Mike 8, that's the max. 73 hotel, that's a 800. I don't think I've gone into Helsinki recently. Been on an aeroplane. In fact, I've been on it twice. I'm fairly sure. Delta Yankee. Oh, so yes, I've been for the GSX to Luton quite recently actually. Sorry, that's only 15. Tell a lie, not recent. Yeah, GSX to Luton and then Stansted to Milan. Yeah, see, I recognise some titles. I've been on, like Echo Foxtrot Oscar. I've been on twice. Yankee Oscar I've been on twice. Whiskey Alpha I've been on twice. In fact, that was quite recent. That was a Dublin flight I did earlier this year. Dublin to Gatwick. Yeah. Apart from that, I'm gonna get to the end of our Ryanairs. But the oldest one on here, on this list at least, is Delta Alpha Hotel. This airline, this aircraft, sorry, yeah, she still flies with Ryanair. Shouldn't have dates now. I've got data as far as, there you go, data as far as 2006, but these are the telcodes for. 2011 is the earliest I've got for telcodes. There you go, Delta Papa Alpha. It's the oldest telcode I've got. And this aircraft, yeah, now flies for Russia. Used to fly for Ryanair, then Reno Air, and then leased through Oryx into Russia, and then, of course, re-registered with Russian telcode when Russia went AWOL. So I'm quite surprised. So if I go to the earliest telco, because how was that aircraft? Sorry, reopen close tab. That aircraft is 15.9 years. I've definitely been on older Ryanair. Yeah, so that's sneak hopping Delta Alpha Hotel. I mean, that's, again, we're competing with 15.9. This one, Air Fleets. Oh, they've sold it quite recently actually. It's 19 years. They sold it in 2021 to ASL Airlines Belgium. Oh, the old delivery as well. When that was 2019, 2018. After that, I was Stansted copying that. My very first solo. Well, I think it was my first solo trip with friends on the other side. This was solo with nothing on the other side, just completely on my own, no support. Delta Alpha Romeo. That's still fast for Ryanair. Again, that's what? How old? 2003. So I'm not going blind. Where's the years? Should just show up there, is it? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, they've stored it as 2 Echo India GD Yankee. Okay, so the aircraft's still owned by Ryanair, but they don't fly it anymore. But in 2003, so we're still looking at 18 years. In fact, what was this? The 8th, yeah, 19 years. Delta Charlie X-Ray, released in 2016. Oops, not playing on Air Fleets. This one, owned by Ryanair, still operated by Ryanair. So this was 17 years old. So we've got aeroplanes that they've sold off that are newer by a couple of years. This was selective operation. I flew Stansted to the GeForce back in 2016. And that's, yes, still owned by Ryanair. They're probably soon on its way out, some of the older telcodes. There's a few more of the Maxes get delivered. Delta Alpha, that was 2018. I'm sure I've seen this aircraft actually quite recently in real life. Yeah, 17 years old, still owned by Ryanair, 2005 delivery. Of course, what I want to fly is Delta Yankee Alpha. That's the telcode that I've been using in Flight Sim for the last 10 years. Never flown in real life, it was just a really good delivery that I found on Flight Sim. It was Simviation back in the day for the PMD G737 in an FSX. So for me, because I used Project Light at the time, I just kept Centel code going, and therefore it made sense just to well, to use that Centel code. But yeah, it'd be nice to fly in real life one day and be like, okay, I've flown it, I know what it's like, this is my aeroplane in flight sim, I've carried it all these years. I mean, when I do the return flight back to Stansted from Helsinki for the premiere, that we did Yankee Alpha, and again, just follow my usuals, right, ETA showing is 15:04, time's now 13:31, so looking at, yeah, about an hour and a half to landing, so on time, if not 8 minutes ahead of schedule. More of a crosswind now, crosswind tailwind, still pushing at 90 knots, that's strong winds, that. Ground speed of 509, okay, yeah, we're doing alright for time. I hope it's like that in real life actually. Hopefully the flight's not delayed or anything. Get to Stansted, on time. Nice strong tailwind, get ourselves nice and early into Tampere, and hopefully get ourselves a good bus connection as well. So I need to remind myself, let's get myself the bus pass on out there if I can get. I book the European data nonsense early, because there's one annoying thing with, well, biggest annoyance for me Brexit is that you now have to pay for data now in Europe. Used to be included with roaming, not anymore. Lost all that fun. Now you have to pay for your data out in Europe. And I could switch to O2. I think O2 still use it, because I use Vodafone. I use Voxy for SIM card, but the price I get with Voxy is pretty good. Just to have to fork out if I go into Europe, which is quite frequent. But I'll consider my options. If it's time to move away from Vodafone, I will consider. That's a flight, passenger satisfaction 96%. Cabin crew are probably just doing a few rounds of the cabin at the moment, which, yes they are. Passengers quite happy, bit of a mix, it's got some that are just alright, some are contents, some are happy. Anyone really green, really happy? Nah. Again, there's no Wi-Fi, no entertainment, nothing fancy, it's just a plain old A320 with slightly comfier seats. So yeah, I'll definitely try and get myself a shut on this flight. Yeah, also I've had an interesting couple of weeks, but once I'm in Finland, all my problems will just go away. 6 days off work as well, which is quite nice. So I spent Saturday out in Colchester, Sunday through to Wednesday out in Finland, and back to work on Thursday. Got myself a nice early turn. Cool, so now leave Netherlands, now across the North Sea on a short hop between, well actually this way, this is Germany in front of us now, which is our right hand side. That is also Germany in front of us. Down below, that's that little land we spotted, Helgeland. I'll take a few screenshots now to Volanta. So of course doing geomonitor on flight sim, got to process everything. If it's FSX plane I'll be fine. That's MSFS, you got to do 2 steps for this for me. So yeah, I'll upload my screenshots and then I'm gonna probably take a short break and just, well, pack I guess, get myself ready for tomorrow. Well today actually, it's now 2 AM in the UK, 11 past 2 I'm recording this, knowing damn well I've got the return flights to do as well. And the return flight's even longer, especially if the wind's like this right now. That is going to cause a drag for me. hopefully sim brief gives us good routes. So yeah, in my case I'm now looking to the left hand side, just nothing but water for a little bit. Probably could have gone the right hand side, but it's not the end of the world. Right, so I'm going to take my short break, and I'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes. See you in a bit. Cool, that's the last time I bring birthday presents with me, that's for sure. All packed, ready to go. That's now no longer my problem. Yeah, so see how we're doing the rest of the flight. In terms of progress, still a bit cloudy down below, but nothing too extreme. Probably jump ahead into our arrival information to Tampere now, so for the arrival index. So, we're expecting... This is runway 06 on the Nibab to Delta arrival. The ice is on the 04 side. It's going to be an nav approach. Gotta love them. Let me just double check that with the live flight data. So last flight we did, well, last flight was inbound, did, yeah, 06, okay. Going further south. Right, so on nav 06 on the Nibab to Delta. Tragedy points, nothing available, so just insert that. Share this on continuities quickly. So top percent is between Rickham and Nibab, which is fine. No continuities, and the approach is all pretty self-explanatory. If I look at the flight plan, zoom in. So this tells me, yes, as I did in real life last time I flew to Tampere, I did the 2-4 approach because it was more fun over the city, but in reality I landed 06 with Air Baltic. The same approach today, which is, again, it's no problem for me. We'll just do that. Head back to the flight plan performance. Next phase. Let's grab ourselves some METAR information for our destination. So we're right now just under halfway there. Copenhagen actually should be, well, should be visible right hand side, of course. Too much clouds to see it. Still very pretty, the clouds, I must say. That's just a nice screenshot of that. Right, so QNH right now in Tampere is reporting a QNH of, okay, it's 1010. Temperature 9 degrees centigrade, UN8, so could have much rain on us on arrival. Winds are 150 at 6, that's incorrect now, it's 150 at 5. It's not too far off. 285,000 feet, and then the final will be on F06 with a barometer of, grab on the approach charts of Tampere. Stand by. Charts list, arrivals, approach 06 on the RNAV. Minimums of 683. 683. And there'll be 4 flaps landing, 138 approach speed, 123 landing. That's fine. So that's our arrival into Tampere configured. Jump over to the FB, and it's still set up from here as well. So arrival performance. That's the flight plan. So Tampere 06. Weather conditions, we'll say good to medium. Pour the meter. And landing weight estimated to be 64.1. So actually quite heavy for the landing. We're on the upper limit of the landing. 06, so you actually could probably make it down the runway for that one. Taxi charts does as well. Yeah, we can vacate up to hotel, so yeah, about 3/4 of the runway we can use. To be fair though, lower braking. Yeah, so medium braking, max reversers, manual landing, full flaps, still thrust on, that's fine. So I'll configure everything up to that in a bit. Cool. Behind the runway to Tampere, runway length is 2.7 kilometers, 8858 feet. So yeah, we've got a little bit of breathing room for us. Very shortly going to be leaving Denmark for Sweden. Should be some land somewhere down below. I'm actually looking at clouds, not even the ground. Yeah, it's just clouds. It's overcast over Europe. We're hitting the winter months now, so days are shorter, temperature's colder. Coverage is actually a lot higher. but as long as it gets to Tampere in good time, should be okay. And for this flight crew, back to Stansted afterwards, another 2,500 hours in the air. Right, so we've done our approach configuration, we've done the aircraft setup, passengers happy, 94 satisfaction is fine. So really, yeah, not much else for me to do at this point, apart from we'll just continue the rest of the flight and check out progression. At D-kick, we have defence turn, that gets across Sweden, and then as you get to the eastern part of Sweden, Toolbar, which is that waypoint there, Ryanair turn, which brings us onto a straight line path into Tampere, and runway 06, it's straight line path the rest of the way now at this point, so in my case, should also have a little bit of time as well on the arrival, which is good. And then flying out Helsinki of Ryanair, which to be fair is a relatively recent route for them, so Lauda, before Ryanair's acquisition, used to fly into Helsinki from Vienna. When Ryanair took over Lauda, they continued operating that because Ryanair used to operate in Helsinki like 10-15 years ago. Then they stopped because the Finland's airports went national. They were operated by Finavia, and Ryanair couldn't get to a good tax agreement with them. Therefore, they decided to just cancel the routes. So, what happens now? So Ryanair bought Lauda. They kept operating the Helsinki routes. And then an agreement got made in place where Ryanair were willing to operate flights into London Stansted and a few local destinations as well. So, yeah, Ryanair now serve Helsinki. Tampere is 3 times a week. Helsinki is daily. Lappeenranta, they serve daily to Milan, Bergamo only. That was the second one to Finland, went by Milan to get to Lappeenranta. Rovaniemi operates flights to London and a few destinations as well, but that's seasonal only during the winter months. Yeah, as per flight progress goes, we're now 53% of the way there. 9529 nautical mile flight, 443 distance to go. Landing expected in about 55 minutes now, so we're making progress. So I'm now packed, I'm now happy, everything's ready to go from my end. What we'll do now is just the end of these premieres and then upload, I guess, and schedule thumbnails and all that fun stuff as well. Alright, I'm going to take a short break, see you guys in a few minutes. Cool, how are we doing? Pretty good actually. Cloud cover's definitely picked up a lot since the last check-in, but we are now approaching top of drop. I mean, 14:47 top of drops now, 14:28. So yeah, we're looking at just under 20 minutes now until we start descending to Tampere. Got the approach all plugged in and configured. Ground speed's dropped down at 474, which means the wind has dropped a little bit now. Still, yes, 36 tailwind, so still very good for us. Especially right about 42. 15:07 landing, so well, yeah, we're about 2 minutes ahead of schedule at this time, which I guess is alright. In terms of flight progress, like I say, looking pretty good. Could always speed up the descent as well if we need to. Keep the speed above 280 knots for an extended period if we need to. And just drop things out from there. If I remember correctly, this aircraft can slow down. It's a flyby that has very different dynamics. It can slow down in the air than the 320. Don't raise your spoilers, and this thing, it just goes psh, in the 320 Neo. You ain't slowing down until the last second, I'm afraid. But we should be okay for the approaching, it's not a problem. As for everything else, I'll say passengers are pretty okay, 93% satisfaction. May get another cabin crew service through for the end of the flight, we'll see. But until then, we should probably manage to fix on the rest of the flight. Maybe a few fixes while I'm at it, so 06, right. Echo, Foxtrot, Tango, Pepper, 06. We'll do 3 of those. So 1, 2, and 3. Whoops, sorry. Echo, Foxtrot, Tango, Pepper. 06, get the epicenter right on the touchdown zone. Yeah, hang on. EFT06. That'll do. Right, so cruising altitude 35, so we're going to say 105 miles. Followed by 10 and 4. Just now give us one circle just on the top of drop. Second one on the approach, as you approach the well, I say approach the localizers, no ILS, it's on approach, it's fine. And the last one just on the final limb. In terms of our final approach down, I presume it's standard 3-degree glide path in. Find that on the runway charts now. We got the approach charts for that, so open charts list, arrivals 06. Yeah, glide path 3 degrees down, which is fine. So rewire by so on-egg 2700, rewire 2000, and then just approach down from there, which is fine. 3 degrees down. Remember if you can do that in 7 meters. Yeah, and in the Boeing you can just press a button and switch over from is the Boeing will be able to do that. Press a button and you can there you go. There you go, vertical speeds, and then you can just set up angle instead, so yeah, that's the episode that does that, sorry. That's fine by me. So yeah, as soon as you get to reroute, essentially just flip the switch, 3 degrees down, let the aircraft descend, and just follow the approach path as per the charts. The Boeing's a bit more hands-on, you have to do that manually, but again, not a problem for us on this occasion. It's about, what, 600, 700 feet per minute descent rates? But yeah. Into Olneg, straight path in. We're using Earth as a waypoint, or we're just going straight in. Double check. Now, Nebab, 409, Olneg, Reroar. Oh, right, so yeah. 409 straight to Olneg, which, yeah, flying straight in. That's a nice approach for us today. It's grand. Doing the ND. Yeah, so far things are certainly in our favour. The visibility and weather, maybe not so, but the wind certainly have. As long as I've got visual... that's a good question, Drawyah. So, minimums here is 683. It's not an approach, got to be very careful with this approach. Cloud cover's at 300. So, we may... what's the airport elevation? 391. Okay, what's the wind speeds? We may actually switch to runway. Tampere. 140.6. So we could attempt the nav approach, but the weather is not on our side. I mean, if it's a case of, if it really is overcast at 300, minimum's at 493 on the ground, we may have to go through full item. Okay, what is this, cats? Is Tampere Cat 3 capable? I don't think it is. Alright, so I don't, oh yeah, first flight director pilot or HUD's DA is not used. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got all spots, yeah, 6550. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's only Cat 1 capable Tampere, so we say kind of also landed, but yeah, I think I'm going to switch to runway. So going for runway 24 just because the visibility is not on our side today. So U arrival. Difference between the Yankee and the Zulu approaches. Blue for the Yankee, slightly quicker in. So Yankee 24. And do we have a suitable approach? So we'll neighbour to Charlie. Have a look at how it looks on the flight plan. Quickly go to plan mode, just zoom in. Step. So in this case it's north of the town, makes a right, and then it's using in rule as the, because so TFDi is the top of glide slope. Where's TFDi sits? I'm going to go from in rule to leg do. Okay, yeah, well, okay, we'll follow that path, that's fine. It has a few minutes to the flight, but 11. Yeah, it adds a few minutes, but ultimately, where positions they are, can't justify it. So we'll keep the same approach configuration. We'll need to vacate and taxi back, which is fine. Yeah, as long as you're off by that taxiway there. That taxiway there is Juliet's. Yeah, if we're off by Juliet within Kilo, then we're fine. So, same as this hotel, 3/4 down, about 2/3 even. Cool. Yeah, so looking at the weather, the winds aren't too bad. Flying against the wind, but ultimately, we'll get us down safely and with TP24, is it? Yeah, 24. Yeah. If the winds are against us, just going to play it safe and fly it into that, so that's fine. EFT24 10 and EFTP24 and 4. Cool. That's the rest of the flight. Progress is fine. Yeah, cool. I'm just going to finish the runway switch on this. So, 124 approach. Drop the conditions down a little bit. and it's not going to be manual landing. Well, it will be manual landing because it's cat 1 capable runway, so manual landing, that's fine. Work out from there. Right, let's head on for the flight, I guess, shall we? 80% of the way there, 20 to go. Airborne now for hour 43. 32 expected arrival. Based on time right now, looks like it's going to be, was it 11? So 15:11 landing. Okay, we're about 1 minute behind schedule. That's fine. Probably have an extra 4 minutes to the flight, which is not the end of the world for me. So yeah, let's progress. Right, we are approaching our top of drop, our TOD. Sorry, I got a mate sent me a link to a PewDiePie video reacting to old airline videos of people missing their flights. It was quite funny. Right, so yeah, we need to drop down to 2,200, top of the glide slope, then let the aeroplane take care of the... Pardon me, take care of the rest. So, down to 2,200, so that's there. Still got 4 miles to go to top drop, so yeah, that's fine. We'll let the arrow take over, announce our drop descent on Unicom, and then from there we are golden. There's a British Airways flying from Prague to Helsinki on IVAO right now. Don't know about that one. Right, here comes the arrow. Press the button. We are now descending. Speak to passengers and let's give them an update. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Update from the flight deck. We've just started into Tampere and we'll be landing in approximately 25 minutes. A little bit behind schedule. Unfortunately, making the easterly approach into Tampere today, which will add a little bit of time to the flight. But unfortunately, that's more down to the weather at the moment, which has got some pretty heavy cloud cover at the moment. A little bit of wind as well, expecting, so there will be a little bit of time to approach. We'll give you a heads up for that. But right now, start off into Tampere, sorry, and we'll be landing in approximately 25 minutes. Thank you. So I'll go to the cabin, and we'll hold 280 knots descent down to 10,000, drop down to 250, and go from there. You can see right now we're actually really hitting the cloud cover already, so there's going to be nothing much to look at for the way down. In terms of position, we are actually over Finland, or kind of outskirts of the islands. Not too long to go now. To be fair, cloud cover's not terrible. It's just a lot of it. As for sun, low on the horizon, it's going to set the next half hour as well, so we should get quite a nice golden sky on the approach, albeit as we're descending, we'll descend a little bit lower as well, so we'll get a golden sky on the approach. Probably will be black and night by the time we hit the ground. Yeah, visibility not going to be on our side today, I don't think. There really hasn't been for the entire duration of the flight. It's been cloudy for most of it. We're getting a view of Finland now. Sun breaks down below, albeit overcast 300 on your own Tampere. Make sure we're going to make sure we're prepared for that. The next destination to us right now probably would be Turku. Yeah, Turku just to our right hand side. Let's have a look at the weather out there, showing broken clouds, 6 degrees. Right, passing 260 now, 20,000 feet. Continuing on with descent. I mean, approaching Tampere, I am relatively familiar with, I guess. I have flown here in real life. Baltic did an X-Plane video for that, using the old freeware A320 on sim as well. That's a work of art. Yeah, so far so good. What I might even do is self-effect myself in, because like I said, the approach as it stands, we can go fly north of the airport and around, when the real life flight's coming from that side. Let's they're coming from the south. And yeah, it's not really a... Yeah, you can see that that's the vector line. That's not really a wave. That's, yeah, there's a vector. So what I'm going to do... Probably just vector myself in for the projection via the south. If I'm trying to find a waypoint that corresponds with... Rhone. Or Rhone, sorry, even. So if I go to Nebab, let's go direct to Rhone now. Direct to Roine. Where does that put me? That puts me... Yeah, that's fine. So insert that, and then from Rhone, oh, that's pretty from the south anyway. Okay, cool. No, forget that. Flight plan. We'll go back to Nebab then. Sorry. I'm just look at my charts properly. Yeah, no, if they're coming by the south, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. It's a little bit above where it needs to be, but yes, we'll just get back down again. Runs a little bit further away, so I just added an extra 30 seconds to the flight plan, that's fine. As for the rest of it, cabin crew will shortly start their descent procedures. We'll give them the 10,000 feet warning for the approach in, and hopefully soon, when he tells them to land, showing tyro time of 08. So actually, 56, landing in 12 minutes. So we are still technically 2 ahead. Works in my favour. Passing now through 20,000 feet, so that's level 200s. Connection 1010, get that set up. Should have that now while we're at it. So time altitude to get ourselves prepared for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. 1010 set. So hit 10,000 feet between Tank Pepper 411 and L6. L6 just parallel to the airport there. There are detail markers there, things go down to 250 knots, which is fine. Yeah, winds have done us a big favour this leg, so it's even now it's the 25 knot tailwind. Means the return flight's going to be, well, slow, that's for sure. Wind's going to be very much against us for the flight from Helsinki back to Stansted, but hopefully we should get ourselves a route for that one, which allows us to at least try and benefit from anything a bit lighter, a bit shallower for winds. Passing through 17,000. Yeah, orange glow now, so I'm starting to hit that horizon. See that signs on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Alright, knows that off. I'm dehydrated. Passing through 13,000. METAR again. 0.1010 with well, temperature's 9, dew point 9, so it's going to rain very soon. Broken clouds reported, overcast down to 200, so visibility has gotten significantly worse. So it's broken at 4,600, overcast to 200. So what you saw at Stansted potentially was good compared to what we're coming into now. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, that's 10 minutes. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, that's 10 minutes. Got to say, the cloud art though is fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, we're down to 250 knots. And landing lights on and set. Spoilers. Exit the approach mode. And while I'm here, resets the minimums at Tampere, which is now going to be at 567. So already altimeter 200 off the ground, which is right on where the weather is, so I'm going to be very careful about that. Our alternative for the day, if you can't make it to Tampere, it's going to be Vasa. If you can't make Vasa, you have to be Helsinki. But they don't even serve Vasa. Helsinki would be the first choice anyway. Yeah, apart from that, it should be okay. So we've got the A320, systems wise should be pretty good for the automation anyway. No systems on. Very pretty clouds. Hope that's in real life. So wouldn't mind the pink skies. Passing through 7,000 and very shortly left hand turn. Just on the approach. As soon as hit that first waypoint, drop down to 220 knots and then start preparing ourselves with flaps. Right, it's 22 knots. Let's have FlightControlReplay while I'm at it. Spoilers. Let's brace the medium sets. And flaps 1. Spoilers down. And spoilers armed for landing. Gives control back to the airplane now. Let's reduce our speed as the approach progresses. So we're already now approaching the high slope. It's pretty bang on. There's a gorgeous sunset in front of us. Seems like localizer centre. They'll be now do that. Yeah, now do that for us. More than accurate. Set localizer, set approach mode, autopilot 2 armed. Right, glide slope captured, localizer captured, capture dual set. We'll be switching it off on the approach down. Gear down. That's 2, a little bit on the high side. Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Right, fly into the deep, shall we? That's 3. Hand cam active. That's 4. Right, hit the 4 mile mark, gear down, 3 greens, flaps set, spoilers armed, brakes set, cabin secure, land clearance assumed, pre-land checks are complete. 1000, runways in sight. Keep your flight going a little bit longer. That is gorgeous. Oh, there's a view right there as well. Right, focus on landing, shall we? Looks like deactivated my aeroplane. A little bit of wind, 7 knot crosswind, so actually taking on this approach was definitely a smart idea.
100 above.
Minimum to continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Idle throttle. Oof, that was a bit of a heavy one. As we bounced that.
5.
And touchdown. 100 knots. Reverses armed. Checked. 80 knots. 60 knots. Reverses. idle, release the brakes, and vacate off for Juliet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Not my best landing ever.
the local time is
Got it down.
6:09 p.m. and it's currently about 9 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a
It's
complete
down.
stop and the seatbelt sign is
In
turned
fact,
off.
you can retract.
Caution when opening the overhead bin, as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Right, so well, welcome to Tampere. A little bit of bouncy landing. Not sure what crosswind we had there to deal with, but probably could have done that a little bit better on my part. I think I flared a little bit too late, and so the aircraft just can keep the attitude going. So the taxi back to gates. So chrono as well. Flight time was 2:15 exactly. Landed a minute 37 ahead of schedule, which is about the time we got off the ground at Stansted. So overall, it was not a bad flight. That progression was always pretty good. Everything's pretty good. Landing could have been improved, but apart from that, can't really fuss too much, can I? No, fire truck across the path, is it? That's fine. Nope, and that taxiway with me. Roger that. We've got ourselves a stand prepared. GSX. So we're going to taxi to gate A, I presume. Ramp GA, nope. What do we need here at Tampere? Grab the ground charts quickly. Taxi charts, ground charts. Yes, apron 1, apron 2 we've got. Gate B, 1 suitable parking. I mean, none of those mean anything to me. Based on looking at the ground charts. Come on, come back. GSX. Worst case, I'll just pick a stand and go from there. Brakes do not need to come down, that's fine. While we're here, APU can start. Well, I presume apron 1's gate A, so we're just going to have to go, but it's also A320. Okay, well, we'll park at a stand and then we'll go from there. Flight hotel position, line heavy health position. Yes, that'll be us standing there. Or I'll follow suite park over there, that's fine. And you can avoid using. I don't remember how the aircraft parks in real life. The tunnel building is to the side. So yeah, we parked on that stand, I think, or that stand to, facing sideways. Okay, we'll park at a stand and let GSX figure out where we're at. Clear you, brake fans to on. So now the brakes to cool down. Show me the layout for Tampere-Pirkkala. Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense to me. Not quite how I remember it, but is that right? In 2 seconds. We'll hold position here as we crash into this fire truck. I'm getting lost now. Yeah, that's the main terminal building. I could have sworn this was a bit longer. Yeah, I think the ground that's. Okay, I see what's going on. Right. I need to be parking. See that should be facing that direction, but tell you what, we'll do a U-turn. We'll just squeeze into that sand there. A bit easier for me, I guess. We'll require pushback to get out, but at this point, As long as we're on the ground at Tampere, that's all that really matters. Very professional from Drawyah. Right, let that right hand turn, nice and tight. And then just set ourselves over where we can. Yeah, that's what I was looking at first. The terminal shape definitely different to real life now. Either airlines don't follow the ground markings, or things have changed. Cool. Hold position. Parking brake set. APU bleed on. Dome lights also come on. That, I'm sorry, it's that switch. Cool. Engines off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tampere. Flight time today was 2 hours 15 minutes. Landed on time. Temperature set at 9 degrees centigrade. Thank you for using Ryanair. Operate by Lauda Europe, and we hope you have a pleasant stay in Finland. Camera crew, this one doors on check, please. Thank you very much for flying with us today. Right, we're going to play. Should text Sunday 1. And then request deboarding. Cool. I guess that gets set. And ground surfaces can now move into position. To be fair, when I flew with Air Baltic, it was a non-engine flight, potentially. Well, depends where the engine gates are also in Tampere as well. There's a few places we can end up. As for the flight crew, they'll now be preparing themselves on the return journey back to London Stansted. Let's stairs into position. We can enjoy my bouncy landing in the form of a replay.
Passenger's bus is coming.
It's fine. In reality, probably walk to the terminal, but for the sake of getting the flight deboarded, passenger bus is fine. There's the wooden music. There's our handy little ground crew. Yeah, so when it comes to Lauda aircraft, the tracks they have on these planes are slightly different to the 737 tracks. Same kind of royalty-free fancy travel music, but they are slightly different songs. Could be where this bus is coming from isn't too far away, so you can get some of the passengers walking off the airplane. Need to get a good screenshot of that for the arrival. No, my luck, it's probably coming in from all the way at the other end of the airport, so like a maintenance hangar or something. No movement over there. Where's this nonsense bus that we supposedly need? We'll hear it. Ah, that's easy. The passengers at the very least. You go there, pop up view, ground services, and then doors open, that's fine.
Passengers the boarding sign.
Right, actually boarding started. Question is, will we see any of them? Answer appears to be a resounding no. Baggage landing on progress, that's fine. Baggage you don't care about. Come on, GSX. Your star highlight is the passenger loading. You brought a bus down, it gives you a source to drop passengers afterwards. They're your own stairs. Where are they? Ah, there we go. Hopefully that also means that what I can then also do is open the cabin door, and yeah, there you go. Passengers are disembarking. The cabin crew as well there, just thank passengers for flying. There we go, got there in the end. Got there in the end. Let's grab a little screenshot for Volanta, preferably without the pop-up messages. grab that? Yes, it did. This one does not. Right, so finish replay on FlightControlReplay, end of flight on Volanta. What we'll now do is go through our end of flight report on PACX. So FR2182, 2128, 320 from Stansted to Tampere-Pirkkala, 2 hours 13 flight time, plan departures, just time of recording, time of landing. 166 passengers, satisfaction at 88%, hard landing, I'll give them that, block time 228. I'll save that report. What I will do is I will now reset our position, which gives me all the ground services, now score the aircraft, and then watch the replay, also sent from IVAO. Relatively quiet today, but got a little bit of AT communication going. Right, I'm going to reset position. We're going to go to Final States, set it up as no, as already. Right, loads, 320 at Tampere, and spawn ourselves on the approach. That's it, the rat now, my luck. Right. Right, so that's going to be your set, your set, your set. Your sets, wings off, beacons on, that was on. Right, move the camera to my view. So I'm sitting just behind the wing on the left hand side. There you go. So what's the most part a relatively steady approach, just the too late flare, which well, they've got the airplane down, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely a bit of airtime on that one as well. Second touchdown, far smoother. Let's go for the right hand side. Not sure where the clicking's coming from. Must be some other switch I've not set up correctly. But yeah, apart from that, pressure valve looking okay. A little bit of counteracting on the wing. Not too bad the bounce from that side. Definitely some airflow acting on the aircraft there. Not a great angle on my part, but definitely a little bit more than which I can see on this view. See what the landing gear view has to say for this one. Yeah, the rat did deploy. Doing thing. Right, landing gear view. We landed just the right hand landing gear. If so, definitely to work on my crosswind. Yeah, no, both landing gear made contact. Well, they could have run there eventually, that right hand push, but yeah, could have been better on my part there. Could have been, should have been better on my part. Go back to drone cam, get rid of the follow, and success on the side of the runway. Yeah, I've done better. Not my best landing ever. Not my best. But yeah, I guess that's us in Tampere now. So I'm in till I'm in Finland till Wednesday. So Tampere till Monday. Then I go to Pori, Helsinki, train to Lappeenranta, train to Savonlinna, fly back to Helsinki, another day in Helsinki, then back down to London. So I've got a few days out here. But like I say, I'm excited. Trip I've been planning for a little while now. And finally make my way out there. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if not already. Thank you very much for watching. And well, next video will hopefully be on Wednesday, and that's the premiere. Flying the Ryanair 77800 from Helsinki Volanta back to London Stansted. So thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully at the end of the holiday. Like I said, I need to get back to live stream at some point soon, but until then, just gonna be the premieres, I'm afraid. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.